Cassandra Lopez with Dupuis team at Keller Williams.
And Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams.
Back in town
from Anaheim. We had a wonderful conference last week in Anaheim with the nation's best realtors, discussing marketing and economics and all sorts of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
With Kelsey. Kelsey's behind the camera.
So we are doing our weekly market stats as we always do, weekly Wednesdays. So maybe you guys can tell us what you see on this board, because it's pretty obvious to me what's going on this board is
stabilization.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's been 3-4 weeks now.
A little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and now it's just kind of, it's been really status quo the last like 2 to 3 weeks.
This is too hot. I gotta put that down. It's so hot. I gotta put it down. Yeah. So we're seeing listings have been fairly stable.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing last week from the week prior. Inventory stabilized.
Yeah.
Around the high, 400 or so.
Which is still considered low inventory.
Yeah.
We're just saying that's kind of where it's been hanging out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that the number of sellers is equaling the number of sales. So homes aren't really sitting on the market. There's still a ton of buyers competing for every home. Still very competitive. But the inventory that's being sold weekly is being replenished by the same weekly.
Mm-hmm. So we've got you're saying we have a good
turnover?
Inflow, outflow, turnover. Mm-hmm. You have more sophisticated words. That's why I hang out. One of the many reasons I hang out here. So what's going on here? Sale price to list price. What do we have going on here?
Well, 100 to 100. So,
as you said earlier, it's even
Steven. So that's actually really interesting. That means that homes are selling exactly what they're listed for.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean they're not getting bid up? Does that mean that agents are pricing them exactly right?
Does that mean
that's not something we see very often?
It's not. It's not. That means that they might be pricing them for what the comps say.
Which is appropriate.
It's what you're supposed to do. Yeah.
So why the list price reduced then? The higher numbers?
Oh, because stop asking complicated questions. No, I'm joking. So
it's relevant.
It's relevant. Yeah. So when the market's really hot, we tend to see a lot of sellers want to overprice, and so what this means is that it was overpriced. They kept lowering their price down until they hit the mark, and then buyers are offering what the list price is. Yeah. So that's what that means.
That's exactly
did I
right.
Interpret that? Get that
no,
right?
You did. Yeah, because even though there's a ton of buyers and they're competitive, or they're trying to be competitive for the same home, it means that they're also not going to grossly overpay for a house. They still see what the value is for their money, which is really important. And we'll get into that conversation here in a minute, speaking directly to homeowners and sellers.
Let's go to that, can we?
You want to do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to erase this.
I'll be the eraser and you do the
I need to draw some pictures.
I like erasing this one. Ooh, that's in the corner there. It's kind of hard to get them.
That's okay. I didn't need this corner anyway.
I know, but remember being in class and the teacher misses a spot and you're back there.
That's the only thing you look at for the rest of the class.
Just drives you crazy, yes.
All right.
When I taught, there'd always be a kid who was like, right there, you missed.
Yeah, well, just so you guys know, art was never my strong suit. I'm a math and science gal. So here we go. This is your home. Maybe it looks like this, maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
I'm going to step out.
So if you've been a homeowner for I would say at least 2 to 3 to 10 years, or maybe longer, your home likely has a lot of equity in it right now, right? So a lot of homeowners right now are hesitant to put their homes on the market because then they become a buyer and there's nothing to buy, right? Inventory is low, there's nothing to buy. But here's what happens when you sell now and buy now. You take the equity in your home. So say you bought your home, say you owe $300 on your home, but it's worth $500 now, right? So that gives you $200, $1,000, way more than $200, in equity to apply towards a new home. This $200,000 is going to lower your loan that you have to take out on a new home. You're going to transfer that equity instantly into your new home, which makes you an incredibly strong buyer for this market. So even though you're selling high and you might be buying high, you're already in the top like 5% of buyers as far as offer and stability and loan strength and buyer strength in general go. What this also means is that when the market corrects and property values drop a little bit, you still have equity in your home, whereas people who bought with 0 down, for example, maybe they don't have any equity, maybe they're upside down. So when the market corrects, you get to keep some of your equity, which makes you, your net worth is higher when the market corrects. You still have choices and options, which is really what this is all about. So money equals options. The equity in your home is money. If you apply that to a new home, when you don't have to buy, you can, but you don't have to, you're gonna be in a far better position than if you wait 5 years. This equity drops, so now you only have 50 grand in equity, or maybe even less. Maybe you need to short sell because you waited too long. Now you have to buy a new house, and you have 0 money to put into it. You are now in competition with all those other buyers who don't have any money to put into it, and the number of buyers is not going away. So you're gonna have the same 8 to 10 buyers per home when the market corrects. You're not gonna have any equity in that new home. So if you think about it on those terms, your equity now, even though you may be buying high or selling high and buying high, your money is worth more now than if you were to sell low and buy low. And if you have any questions on what any of that means, call us.
Yes.
Because this is the science of owning a home. This is the science of equity and how you're making your money work for you. I hear a lot sellers saying, well, I'm not gonna sell because I'm just buying laterally. I'm not gonna get as much money in my purchase as I will for my sale. That's not true, because your money is worth more now than it will be when the market corrects and your equity goes away. You're forced to buy something laterally, but there's no equity in it. So, long story
Well
short,
said.
yeah. Long
Great
story
job.
short, put your house on the market. Buy
Yes.
something now when you don't have to, because when you do have to, 5 years down the road, you're not going to be able to. Your
It's
money's
true.
not going to go as far.
Well done. Well done.
That's my 2 cents for today.
Well done. All right. So thank you for joining us this week. Cassandra Lopez, Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams Westtown. If you enjoyed this show, please take a friend, share it with your friends.
Hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Subscribe to our channel.
Exactly. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and please
And like
make
our
a comment.
Facebook.
Yeah, like our Facebook and make a comment below. We look forward to seeing you next week.
And if you know someone who needs to hear this,
Send it to them.
be a good
Look
citizen.
So literally everybody on your messages.
Yeah, literally everybody
Literally.
who's
Yeah.
thinking of selling.
You can call
Yeah.
Cassie, your phone number, Cassie.
360-710-6641.
She can list your home when it's worth this much.
I mean, I can list
She
it
can
here
list it,
too.
but
it
we
would
feel
just
bad
be
for you.
challenging. Yeah, we'd rather you get your
We'd
money out
rather
of it
you
now.
do that.
Mhm.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye.